And recently, a brother of mine came on holiday from Manchester and gifted my son a PS4. And they've never had, at any point in time, to use this game. So while in my mind, I was trying to arrange somebody to come teach them so that they could get away around it. And when the instructor eventually came, just a moment of 30 minutes, little indoctrination into it, and they had begun to use it so swiftly, and they were playing to the point that even the person that had arranged was shocked. He had to ask if they had to use this, play any of the games at some point. I said this was their first time of handling such. Again, I say another story. Just recently, my son, one of them, came to me early in the morning, about 10:30 or thereabout, and said, "Dad," I said, "Yeah, what's the problem?" He said, "Is there anything wrong to drink gari in the morning?" I said, "Why are you asking?" He said, "Mommy had just served me beans, and I demanded that I wanted to take gari alongside with it, and they said it was in the morning." And the father asked at me, "Is there anything wrong to take gari in the morning?" I said, "Not particularly so. In fact, I had to take a little pause to be able to give, a fitting answer to that query. It was the first time in my life that somebody was posing that was challenging all what I had held in belief as far as gari to be taken in the morning or one particular a session of the day." And I said, "Not particularly wrong, but I felt that all she wanted you was to take protein alone. Maybe in the afternoon you could take gari. Need I tell you that one of the best food of my children, for whatever reason, is gari. If you would give them gari versus any other food, no matter how continental the food is, they would choose gari. Only God knows where part of heaven they actually came from. Maybe again you might want to explain. I'm in Jebu, so maybe it's genetic. That's on the lighter note." So he asked me that question and he said, "When you come back from school, well, you will take your gari." When he left, I began to process that very question. And it came to me that is what is called the magic of curiosity. I said again, magic of curiosity. It is the childhood. This is one of the childhood strategy of survival. It is one of the strengths of the kids, the children, to be able to survive. They try their hands in new things. They are never afraid to fail or to try new things. They put their hands into new terrains. It is called curiosity. Now, if adults will learn this lifestyle from the kids, ability for us to be able to ask questions, ability for us to be able to challenge the status quo, more often than not, we get to the dead end of issues of our life, and we do not even know which direction, or we are in a project and we have got to all the knowledge that is available to us. We seem to us that is where there should be a closure. If only we will adopt the magic of curiosity. Curiosity helps us it jolts us back into creativity. It helps us to question the level to which the issues of our life is standing. It makes us to reinvent ourselves. When we act like babies, when we are not judgmental of issues, when we are not boxed by how things should be done, quote and unquote, when we open ourselves up to ask questions, to challenge existing myths, to challenge how things are done, to be able to try it in a different manner, it will shock us at how amazing results that we even find out. Now, while I'm also trying to teach this magic of curiosity, there is something also about curiosity. When you are curious, when you want to know how things are fixed together, when you want to challenge the existing theories, when you want to challenge the existing models of how things are being done, it may lead us to a new world of possibilities. There is a term called serendipity. I say that again, serendipity. It's simply discovery by accident. Many discoveries were eventually uncovered or achieved in the process of trying to try new things. They were not set out to achieve those things. They only stumbled on it in their mode of curiosity, while in the journey of trying to query the standard, while in the process of trying to query the norm, they stumble on great amazing discovery. It is called serendipity. It is the strength of childhood to cope. If we only learn this model from children, it will help us to revitalize our life. It will help us to reinvent ourselves. It will help us to be able to bring a new vista into the things that now the magic of curiosity helps us not to be obsolete, and that we are not caught up in reinventing the wheel. It helps us to push new boundaries, the new possibility. It helps us to be able to open up new possibilities. And one of the things curiosity does is that while we are at it, it is not out of place that we make mistake. But when we are open up, when we have opened our mind to be able to accept a new way of doing things, it takes us into new world of possibilities. Let us know that when you are curious, when you set out to be curious in knowing how things are done, you will be amazed at the results that will follow it. Let's learn this culture from the babes, from our children. It's a culture of curiosity. It will help us to bring ourselves into new levels that we never thought we'll be able to achieve in life.